Hey everyone, this is my finished redesign of my personal portfolio website. Let's jump in and take a look behind the scenes of building it. Chapter 1. The context. The why. Well, it was life happened. Peak winter, 2 broken thumbs and a month of sick leave. Not the productive break I planned, but it was a perfect setup. I couldn't type, so I started vibe coding with voice assistant. The goal. My goal was clear. I wanted the character selection screen similar to an MMO. You choose your class, in this case one of my skill sets, which then leads you to a detailed breakdown page. For the detail page, I wanted to have a mix of 3D assets with clean UI elements to create a nice scrolling experience. It starts with a hero shot of the character, and as you scroll, I would show different stats like experience, project count, and technical skills tailored specifically to the skill set. The tech stack. For this project, it's Write and React at the core. The 3D world is built in React 3 Fiber, while the UI is built with Chat.cn and Tailwind. For that polished feel, I layered in Framer Motion and G-Sub for all the animations. Chapter 2. The struggle. Prototyping. Alright, so first up, the main site. The footage you see were my initial attempts and I ran strictly mobile first. 3JS and React 3 Fiber are amazing, but porting a 3D experience to a phone screen is for myself a total headache. It's not that easy as adjusting the field of view and camera position. I spent these first drafts just trying to make sure the portrait mode feels nice. With the main site drafted, I shifted focus to the detail page. This was pure experimentation, mixing static text with 3D elements and cycling through different card components. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to make a resume actually readable on mobile while keeping the 3D background alive. Then a specific vision got stuck in my head, a vertical skill tree. I did some quick research on Google Images for design ideas and was convinced it would be perfect for a mobile portrait view. I jumped into Gemini to generate some code snippets just to get a feel for it in my app. At that point, I was just going for a vibe and figured I'd sort the rest out later. Shortly after, things got tricky. It looked great, but the UX didn't actually make sense. I started wondering, how do users actually interact with this? How do I build out the different ability paths? In games you have tooltips to explain skills, but that felt clunky for a portfolio. It just wasn't as readable as I'd hoped. So at the end of the day, I had to pivot. This right here was the only piece left from two skill tree prototypes. It was a lesson in choosing clarity over cool factors. Chapter 3. The action. Once prototyping was done, the main site, including the header, footer and character selection, was essentially set in stone. The final big task was defining the look and feel of the individual detail pages. I wanted each one to have its own unique setting and a distinct visual identity. For the sub-dev section, I went with the scroll and run combination. As you scroll, the character runs along the Z-axis with the camera following closely like a cameraman. Initially, I had it as a free scroll, but a friend suggested switching to snapped scrolling to keep the experience polished and intentional. G-Sub was a lifesaver here. It allowed me to map out precise camera positions on a timeline to create that snappy high-end feel. I liked the result so much that I ended up implementing scroll snapping across every single page to keep the navigation consistent. For the indie game dev section, I opted for a cinematic dolly track shot. I wanted it to feel like a classic side-scroller, showcasing my stats and projects as if you are moving through an actual game level. all tied together with that same snapped scrolling logic. Then I hit the 3D web dev page, and I will be honest, the momentum was fading. After spending so much time on the previous sections, my focus was already shifting towards new ideas. Rather than getting lost in endless iterations, I decided it was time to wrap it up and just get this site live. I actually started with this wild Dragon Ball Z style animation where characters were getting blasted away. Much like the vertical skill tree, I realized I was overcomplicating things. I pivoted back to a clean animation where the character grows on scroll. I learned a valuable lesson. When in doubt, keep it simple, keep it clean, and just get it across the finish line. With all the pages finally polished, it was time to ship it. I kicked off the final build, optimized the SEO, and run a lighthouse sweep to make sure I was hitting those green circles. After uploading everything to the web space, I did one last round of testing on a real mobile device to ensure everything works. And with that, the site is live. Thanks for watching. If you want to see the final version for yourself, check out the link in the description. Catch you in the next one.